Hey everyone, in this video, we are doing part 2 of our intro to yoga. So if you haven't checked out part 1, make sure you check that one out first. This is designed for you if you are new to yoga, you maybe have wanted to try but just haven't. Maybe you found that, going to a studio felt really inaccessible, maybe because of, what's going on in the world. Maybe you can't even go to a studio. And so yoga is always a great time to learn, and this particular series is designed to break it down, slow it down, and make it so much more accessible so that you can get started with your journey and see what this might feel like or mean to you. So when you're ready, let's get started. So in part 1, we talked all about sun salutations. We did 2 sun salutation A's and we did 1 sun salutation B. So we are going to take this video and we're going to build on it. So we're going to do 2 sun salutation A's, 1 sun salutation B, and then we're going to add onto the sequence. So what we're going to do is start getting into some of the different warrior variations that you can get into, and we're going to do some forward folds, and we're going to do a bridge pose, so getting into a little bit of back bending. All right, so nothing crazy, so we're going to take it super slow and we're going to walk through everything very slowly. All right, so for the sun salutations, I might go just slightly, a little bit less cues than I did last time, but we'll still take it pretty slow. So before we get into it though, I do want to give you another bit of a tidbit in terms of your yoga journey. So when you think about yoga, I mean, some teachers will be very different, but for me, I personally feel like any pose just needs to feel good for your body. So it might look different than what my pose looks like. It might look different than what someone else's pose looks like. Yoga is about you. So you've got to feel it out. You've got to kind of figure it out for yourself, and you've got to just pay attention to your body. So if your pose feels like it might look different to mine, I don't want you to worry about it. Neither of them is wrong. It's just, we've got different bodies. We've gone through different experiences, which means, they're just naturally going to look a little bit different. All right. So, and then lastly, make sure you breathe. Everything about yoga is about the breath. So make sure that you are breathing in, nice deep belly breaths, and just enjoying that breath. And again, we're here for you, not for me. So if anything is not feeling good as we're doing it, then just take it at your own pace, right? So take your rest, take breaks, change up the pose, whatever you need to do, because again, this is about you. This isn't about me. So be here for you, be present for you. Check that ego out at the door, and let's get started. Okay. So I was gonna move to start getting into it, but you know what? We're going to take a few minutes, not minutes, but a few breaths just to get here, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 3 breaths together. We're gonna inhale through our nose, and then we're gonna exhale through our mouth. So find any seated comfortable position for you. I'm on my shins, feel free to do that. Take cross-legged, just take anything that's seated. Feel free to grab a block or a pillow or something like that to put underneath your seats, get you a little bit more lifted if that feels good. Okay, you can even do this in a chair or on the couch. So honestly, you're here for you, no one's judging you, so you pick your spot. Okay, so when you're ready, we're gonna inhale and let it go through the mouth. Inhale and let it go. One more, inhale and exhale through the mouth. All right. From here, we're gonna meet in downward dog. So again, nice wide hands, bringing those hips all the way back. Nice deep bend in the knees. Breathing here. So when you're ready, we're gonna step top of the mat. Inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, palms coming down. We're gonna hang out here in mountain pose just for a breath. See what it feels like to just stand here. Everything should be a little bit active. Just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can ground your feet just a little bit more. See if you can turn on your thighs, your legs a little bit. See if you can activate your arms. And just standing here. See what it feels like to stand. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, folding over the legs, grabbing your elbows here, nice deep bend, bending here through the knees, connection between the belly and the thighs. Letting that head go, just breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hands are coming to the, oh my gosh, the shins. Looking up, inhale. And exhale, hands are coming to the mat, stepping all the way back. Maybe bringing your knees onto the ground. Elbows are coming in, coming down to your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, looking up. And exhale, coming back into your downward dog. Nice deep bend in the knees here. Maybe pedaling out the feet. Seeing what this feels like for your body. Watching your stance here. Maybe you need to bring the feet in a little bit. Maybe you need to bring the feet out a little bit. So just see what this feels like. You'll kind of get to know what is the right stance for you the more you start getting into your flows. So just breathing here, maybe doing some twists from side to side here. Just breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. All right, that was the first sun salutation. So let's do a second one of Sun Salutation A. So stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, palms coming down. All right. We're gonna hang out in mountain pose just for another breath. Now for your feet with mountain pose, teachers teach this very differently. You can either have your toes together, you can have your feet sort of hip width. Honestly, I don't really care. You do what feels good for you. I just care that your knees and your toes are pointed in the same direction. Make sure you don't cause any issues for yourself. And I just want you to enjoy standing here. So activating the legs, sort of pressing those feet into the ground. Palms are open here, shoulders are down, away from the ears, and just enjoy what this feels like. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, palms up. And exhale, folding over the legs, belly to the thighs, bending the knees, again, grabbing the elbows here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, palms are coming to the shins, looking up. And exhale, stepping all the way back, maybe bringing the knees down, bring the elbows towards the body, coming into your chaturanga, flowing into your cobra on your inhale. And exhale, coming back into your downward dog. Bending the knees, feeling this in the hips, seeing what this feels like. Again, if you want to push it a little bit, maybe starting to bring the heels down to the mat. Try to see if you can take those shoulders away from the ears. Holding here, nice wide stance in your nice wide hand foundation is what I'm trying to say. Just breathing here, nice flat back, hips are to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. All right, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, palms coming down. All right, so we just did 2 Sun Salutation A's, so let's do B and then we're gonna add on, all right? So from here, we're going to come into our chair pose. So bring those hips down, grazing those fingertips maybe on the ground. Hips are back, and bring those arms up. Try to get those shoulders away from the ears. I want you to tuck that pelvic bone, fire up that core. All right, nice active arms here, looking up. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna stay here for 2. Inhale. And on the exhale, folding over the legs. Nice deep bend in the knees. Again, letting go of that lower back. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, stepping all the way back. Maybe the knees are coming down, maybe not. Chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. So if you want to do an upward dog, you're gonna just pick those thighs off the ground, but don't feel like you need to rush into this. This is beginner, so just take your time, right? So cobra, now let's go back into downward dog. So you ready? So now we're gonna go into our warrior 1. So picking up that right foot, planting it, somehow maybe slowly stepping it up between the palms, just find your way here. Pivoting that back foot, watching that both hips are pointing in the same direction. So maybe moving that foot out to the side to get those hips in the same direction. Bend that knee, arms come up. Nice strong pose. Fire up those abs, tuck that tailbone, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, palms are coming to the mat. Bring that foot, maybe just sliding it on the mat, maybe dragging it back, maybe falling back, whatever it looks like for you. Knees are coming down to the mat, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, and back to your downward dog. All right, nice deep bend in the knees here. Left leg lifts. Somehow we're gonna get that foot between the hands. All right, foot pivoting, coming into your warrior 1 on this side. So again, we want these hips pointing this way, maybe moving that foot to make that happen. Arms are coming up, nice deep bend in the knee here, and just breathe. Core is tucked, tuck that pelvic bone. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, palms are coming down. Bring that leg somehow back. Maybe even lifting it if you want to get crazy. Come into 3-legged chaturanga. Bringing those knees down otherwise, and coming into your cobra from your chaturanga. Inhale. And let's come back into our downward dog. Okay, so from here, you should be feeling pretty warmed up. So we're gonna do one more flow. We're gonna do our bridge pose. We'll do a forward fold, and then we're done. All right, so we've just done exactly what we did in part 1, and again, now we're just gonna add on. So meeting back in downward dog. Actually, before we do that, let's just come take a break in child's pose, just to slow everything down. You know, your body's still kind of getting used to all these movements. So if you ever need to take a rest, please do it. Pause the video and come into your child's pose, or don't pause the video and just stay in child's pose. It's totally fine. So coming down, bring the arms out, forehead's coming down onto the mat, and just breathing here. Now, if this isn't feeling good, then alternative child's pose, bringing those knees up towards the ceiling and just folding over the legs here. So just breathing, letting go of this lower back, just draping over your legs, trying to let it go. So whichever version you're gonna take, I want you to just hang out here, inhale, and let it go on the exhale. Inhale, and let it go, exhale. Okay. Slowly, we're gonna meet back in downward dog, and we are going to continue. So from here, coming into your downward dog, bending those knees, hanging out here. So we're gonna hang out here 2 breaths, and then we're gonna add on. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time we're gonna lift left leg, and we're gonna plant the left leg between the palms. So just find your way here. I'll give you a second. From here, we're gonna pivot that back foot, but a little bit different than we did for Warrior 1. We're gonna go into Warrior 2 this time. So Warrior 2, your foot is gonna be perpendicular. I think that's the right word. So you're gonna have one foot pointing straight and the other one is pointing to the side. So it's pointing to the side of the mat. You're gonna take a nice wide stance here, and this leg should be trying to come down into a 90-degree angle. Now, one of the misconceptions with Warrior 2 is that this back leg's not doing nothing. So, this leg is strong. This leg's strong. This should feel like a lot of work. Okay, so you want both of your feet to be planted into the mat, okay? From here, our arms are going up. Now, watch this back arm. I'm so guilty for this. My back arm likes to come and droop down. So try to get this arm nice and strong, front arms nice and strong, and you're just gonna gaze over the top of the middle finger, past it, okay? So again, shoulders are down, core is tight, tucking that tailbone, and again, digging into this front leg. Both legs are nice and active. Okay, so we're gonna hang out here, 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna hang out 1 more, okay? I know I said 2, but it's actually 3. Inhale and exhale. Next pose, we're gonna reverse it. So we're gonna take this back palm and bring it down the leg while we scoop that left arm over the body. So you should feel this nice opening here in the side of the body. Core is tight. Think about tucking that tailbone, and gaze is gonna be up. Okay, so keep that bend in the knee and just switching the upper body here. So again, we're gonna hold this here for 3. Inhale and exhale. This should feel hard. So if it feels hard, you're doing it right. Inhale and exhale. It's 2. Last one. Inhale and exhale. All right. We're gonna flow it out. So bring those hands onto the mat, left foot's coming back. Bring those knees down to the mat if you like. Coming down to your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. And again, coming into your downward dog. Okay, so we survived one side and we're gonna do it again on the other side. Okay, so 2 breaths. Hanging out here in your downward dog. Option to come down to your child's pose if you need it. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, so come back into downward dog if you took child's pose. From here, we're gonna lift the right leg and get that right leg between the palms, okay? So again, we're gonna do Warrior 2 on the other side. So bringing that foot to the side of the mat, picking up the upper body. Nice wide stance here. Bringing this leg into a 90-degree angle if you can, activating this leg. This leg is also active, really putting and grounding the back foot and the front foot. Watching here too that the knees not splaying outwards, should be nice and centered. And then lastly, hands and arms. Back arm is nice and active, front arm is nice and active, gazing just past the middle finger. Watching that your shoulders aren't creeping up to those ears, tucking that tailbone and firing up that core. All right, 3 breaths. You can do it. Let's hold it here. Inhale and exhale. This is hard, so just breathe through the uncomfortableness. Inhale and exhale. Last breath. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're gonna reverse. Left palms coming down the leg, right palms coming over the body, looking up. Nice stretch here through the side body. Both legs remain active. 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Taking those hands, planting them on the mat, and somehow getting that leg back behind you. Legs or knees are coming onto the mat if you need to. Coming into your chaturanga, elbows coming in. Inhale to cobra. And exhale back into your downward dog. Okay, so this is the last downward dog. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Option to take child's pose if you need it. Inhale and exhale. Okay, when you're ready, let's meet in seated position. We've got 2 more poses and then we're gonna come into Shavasana. So we're gonna do a forward fold to start. You may, if you've got pillows around or something like that, feel free to put those right underneath the knees. If it's really hard to do straight legs here, then just lift them up. That's also totally fine. Okay, so what I want you to do from here is we're going to forward fold. So just trying to grab the legs, see if you can keep a nice flat back here, and slowly, maybe bringing these legs to straight. So you don't need to hold, I mean, I know I'm holding my feet here, but you don't need to hold your feet. You can hold anywhere. So you can also hold sort of anywhere on the thighs, you can hold here on the calves, or if you feel like you're flexible enough, you can grab your toes or your feet. Okay, but I want you to worry about just keeping a nice flat back here and keeping your shoulders down. Okay, so we're trying to get a nice sort of stretch here in the back of the lower back here, and also maybe a little bit in the hamstrings. Okay, so see what this feels like for you and for your body, and just breathing here. Inhale and exhale. It's 1. Inhale and exhale. That's 2. Last 1. Inhale and exhale. That's 3. All right, coming back up, we're gonna come into a bridge pose and then we're done. So coming onto our backs, knees towards the sky, towards the ceiling. And from here, what I want you to do is ground your feet. See if you can maybe graze the back of the heels with the fingertips. If you can't, that's totally fine. But something to work towards, grounding those feet. And I want you to lift those glutes. So firing up the legs here, make sure that the knees are straight, they're not splaying out or going in. And I want you to fire up that core and tuck that tailbone, okay? So this might be where you stay. You might just hold here. We're gonna hold here for 3. If you feel like you've got a little bit more in you, maybe you're gonna try and tuck your shoulders underneath and clasp those hands, okay? If this doesn't feel good, then just untuck the shoulders and just hold the bridge here instead, okay? So we're gonna hold this here for 3. Try and tuck the chin to the chest and just look up. Inhale and exhale. Glutes are active here. Inhale and exhale. That's 2. Inhale and exhale. That's 3. All right, unclasping the hands if you had them clasped, letting the shoulders out, and slowly bringing those glutes onto the mat. We'll quickly hug in our knees here just to offset the back bend that we just did. Holding them in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All right, so you made it. We got through part 2, and let's go into our Shavasana. So from here, just letting those hands go, the legs go, and just enjoy this. You earned it, you deserve it. You worked really hard learning these new poses, getting into these positions that probably felt very uncomfortable. And you did it. You breathed through it and you got through it. So just let yourself go. Just breathing here. Let's do 2 breaths together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just breathing through this, taking this at your own breath, and just enjoy these last few moments that you have for you. Now when you're ready, slowly start wiggling those toes. Slowly start wiggling those fingers. Maybe doing a nice deep body stretch, stretching from one side to the other. Then coming over to the side, resting your hand on the arm. Just breathing any side. When you're ready, come meet me in any seated position of your choice. We're gonna finish the session the same way we started, 3 breaths. So when you're ready, we're gonna inhale and let it go. Inhale and let it go. Any poses that were hard, anything that was uncomfortable, just let that go. Inhale and let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank yourself for making some time, and namaste. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Honestly, I know how hard it can be when you're trying to learn something new. There's a lot of weird names, there's a lot of weird poses, there's a lot of weird things that you gotta activate, and it can be really challenging. So I hope that this broke it down. I hope that going at a slower pace, more cues, and slowly building on your yoga journey is helpful. So definitely let me know below in the comments what you thought of this pace, what you thought of this class, what you thought of these poses. Honestly, yoga can be very challenging to start, and so I really hope that this helps to break that down. So thank you so much again for joining me. Thanks for spending your time to learn yoga. Thank yourself for also making this time. Yoga is such a great way to deal with stress, to really get it through some of the tension in the body, and all of those great things. So yeah, so if you like it, please let me know in the comments. Definitely give this this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell button so that you know and are getting notified as you know we're updating and making changes and getting things posted. And I think that's pretty much it. Make sure you can check us out. So if you're on Instagram, we are too. We're always posting about different things, trying to keep you guys motivated. So movewithjen.ca, website as well, movewithjen.ca. So definitely check those things out. Let me know below in the comments if you want a part 3 and you want to keep building onto this series. And also let me know what you thought of Warrior 2, because honestly, if people don't tell you to activate that stuff, sometimes it doesn't feel like as hard. And then once you activate it, it's like, oh my gosh, it is so hard. So let me know what you thought. I was definitely shaking a bit, so I hope you were too. And till next time, I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye everyone.